Hello everyone, welcome back to English Gurukul. Today we are going to learn very important lesson from grammar. So let's get started. Write down along with me verb, which is very important, also backbone of English grammar. And unless and until you have any idea regarding verb, you can't go extra mile in your life. In order to grab English language properly, you must have good command, outstanding command on verb. So that's the reason I am just discussing regarding this matter. So let's get started, my friend. Now let me ask a very important question to all of you. What is verb? How can you define a verb? So as far as my knowledge is concerned, whatever I experienced throughout the latest span of my career, I want to write here. But before writing the definition, I would like to write some examples, and by understanding these examples you can understand it better and you can write from yourself the definition. Okay, now if I write, suppose he is a doctor. Okay, he is a doctor, and second sentence, he has a car, and third one, he kills a tiger. Next one, he died yesterday. He died yesterday. I think all of you have seen. He is a doctor. It refers state of being. He has a car. It refers state of position. Third one, in he kills a tiger, action of doing, and fourth one is action of happening. Now let me clarify it. Let me tell you that what does it mean. What I have written here, he is a doctor, it refers state of being. What does state of being means here, my friend? State of being means what? It always talk about the identity of a subject. What? Identity of a subject, or you can say how subject feel or how somebody is. So here we only write that he is a doctor. I have written over here state of being. State of being always refers the identity. It always refers the identity of the subject. What I have written, he is a doctor. Yes or no? Now you can see this verb is known as the main verb of the sentence. It is also the main verb. Kills also main verb. Died also main verb of the sentence. Okay, this also called the linking verb, also the stative verb. You can say also the finite verb. Okay, also called the finite verb. Now later on I make you understand what would be the definition of finite verb, linking verb, stative verb. All those things could will be discussed later on. Okay, he is a doctor. Here I have written state of being. What does it mean? It means here we just know about the subject. That means the identity of the subject. Okay, here we can easily understand the identity. What is the identity of the subject over here? He is a doctor. Subject is a doctor over here. Yes or no, my friend? Subject is a doctor. So whenever you want to know the identity of someone else, that is you see that this verb does not perform any sort of action here. This verb does not show any sort of action. That is the reason it just a statement. That is the reason we have written what? State. State means what? State means it's just a statement. It's a one statement. Yes or no? He is a doctor. Here the verb does not denote any sort of action, does not show any sort of action, does not perform any action. So it's a simple statement. And what kind of statement? It is state of being. Being means what? It always shows the identity of the subject. What is the right now, what is the identity of this subject over here? Subject is a doctor. Got my point? This kind of sentence we can denote is as a state of being. State of being simple, just we need to understand the identity of this subject. When you want to know the identity of this subject, that means you should write the sentence A in this way. He is a doctor, and this sentence is written in present indefinite tense. Got my point? That's very important. Second one, you can see he has a car. Simple. And also this verb has does not show any sort of action. Does this verb show or perform any sort of action? No, this verb does not show any action over here. So that's the reason we have written over here state of possession. State of possession means what? State of possession means ownership. Ownership means, suppose the subject, what the subject have, what the subject have right now. Subject has a car. That means here we talk about the ownership. That means what subject possesses. Here subject possesses a car. That means he has a car. Got my point? So here also you see this both verb is also does not perform any sort of action. Has also does not perform any sort of action. Because of this reason, both of these sentences are simple statement. Okay, these are the state. One is state of being. We have to understand about the identity of the subject, and state of possession means the ownership. We have to understand about what subject have. Here subject has a car. Got my point? Did you understand the difference between state of being and state of possession? And both these verb here don't show any sort of action. Is also doesn't show any action. Has also doesn't show any sort of action over here. And why it is being? Because we have to understand about the identity of the subject. Possession means we need to understand about the ownership. What subject possesses or own basically. Next one is see, he kills a tiger. Here you can see the subject perform an action. Kills means some action is going on. Subject does action. He kills a tiger. Here action of doing. Action of doing means what? Here subject takes action. Subject does action. And action means what? Action might be two types. One is doing nature, another one is happening nature. It is known as doing nature. Why it is known as doing nature? Because subject himself takes an action. What subject does? Subject kills a tiger. Yes or no? So because of this reason we can call it action of doing. Here subject is a doer. That means I mean to say here subject does the action. Subject himself does this action. He kills a tiger. So here action is going on, but there are two types. Actions are divided into two parts. One is doing nature, another one is happening nature. Here subject himself does the work. He kills a tiger. So that's the reason we can call it action of doing. Another one is written, you see, he died yesterday. He died yesterday. You see, subject did not take this action from himself. Nobody wants to die. Anyone wants to die from himself or herself? No. So here subject, he died yesterday. Subject did not take any action for this thing. Yes or no? Subject did not take any sort of action. That means it is happening nature. It is not doing nature. Doing means subject takes the action. But here subject did not take any sort of action. He died yesterday. That means he passed away. So that means here subject did not take any action. This verb shows action. Yes, action is going on. Here also actions happen. Here also action happens. But fact is that it is action of happening. Here also kills. Kills means you perform action. Here also action happens. But what kind of action it is? It is action of doing nature. Subject himself does this action, perform this action. But in that case, subject did not take any action. It happened with this guy, with this person. He died yesterday, and because of this reason, we have written here action of happening. Got my point? So now I can write very easily the definition of verb. What would be the definition of verb? So we can write that verb is a word. First of all, verb is a word which express state of being, state of position, action of doing and action of happening. My friend, I did not write the book's definition. Also, I don't like it also, and I have not written from somewhere else. It is whatever I understood from the given examples, what I acknowledged, and from that understanding I have written the definition. You can also understand it. What I have written: verb is a word, noun is a word, pronoun is a word, adjective is a word, adverb is a word. But what is the function? Verb is a word which express what? State of being, state of position, action of doing, and action of happening. So whenever you write the definition, and after understanding this concept, it would become really easy to grab the concept. And if you don't understand this concept, so what happened, do you know? If you just learn or cram it from any books or from somewhere, from notes, what happened? You always feel confused, you always feel perplexed, you always feel puzzled that how could you define it? How did this definition was written? So you always feel underconfident. You always feel that I could not understand anything just after getting this definition. That is the reason, first of all, we need to understand the example, and by examples everything becomes really easy. Everything becomes really easy and very easy. Yeah, yes or no? Everything becomes really easy. Now you can easily grab it, you can easily understand it, you can easily go through it. You can write English, what you want to write, you can write from yourself. Don't depend on any books, don't depend on any internet, don't depend on anywhere else. Just depend on yourself, depend on your logic. Then you can grow from inside to outside, otherwise not. So I have written only today I have written the definition. My friend, I can also discuss a lot of things within very short period of time, or short stipulated deadlock. I can express a lot of things, but it is not my ambition to tell you the things. So there are many books you can learn from there, but here I am for you so that I can discuss all the topics very deeply. Yes or no? Now you can understand better. Now already I have written here, it's a main verb, it is also called the finite verb. Yes or no? It is also called the finite verb. So what I want to say, whenever you understand the topic, so later on I can write the types of verb. First of all, we need to understand the definition. When you define it properly, then you can go to learn very deeply types and subtypes. Okay, so I think all of you understood this concept. For today, that's all. I have defined just verb. Next day I will come up with very powerful lessons, the types of verb, and we have divided the verb as a main verb or the finite verb, non-finite, and the helping verb. Finite verb also divided into 3 parts, non-finite also divided into 3 parts, helping also 2 parts, primary and modal helping verb. All those very outstanding lesson will be delivered over here, will be addressed. Okay, my friend. So I hope that all of you understood it, and if you don't understand, please send me your problems to my comment box so that I can reply to you. And just don't forget to subscribe my channel English Gurukul, and let's grow at English Gurukul. Let's grow together at English Gurukul. So for today, that's all. Thank you. Have a good day. Wish you all the best. Bye bye. Tata. Jai Hind. Jai Bharat.